So at this, using the same time, you can actually write 2 papers. Yeah, if you use a referencing system. Yeah, and so today we are just going to talk about one called Mendeley. I don't know which one you're using or which others you know of. Can I hear maybe from someone which others you're using apart from Mendeley? You could open your mic and shout which others you're using out there.
Zotero.
Zotero, yes.
Note.
EndNote.
Bibliotex.
What?
Bibliotex from Linux operating system.
Okay, Wibutex, yes. Which other one? Yeah, there could be many.
I'm going to use Mendeley.
Mendeley, yes. Yeah.
Google Scholar.
What? Sorry?
Google Scholar.
Google Scholar. Okay. So there are different systems that people are using out there, but still there are some of us who are still not aware. So I am sure sometimes you read a thesis, maybe you're examining a thesis and you clearly can see that, you know, they are missing citations, or some of the cited citations actually missing on the bibliography. You find that maybe they are cited not, you know, properly, and chances are this is because someone is still using manual system. Okay, so you're reading a paper, you're reading a thesis. So when it is very important to introduce your student from the word go, when they start doing their proposal, introduce them to a reference management system of your choice, the one that you prefer, the one that you are conversant with. Some of them are for pay, some of them are open source. For example, Mendeley is open source, it's free, and it's been free for many years. We were fearing that one day they'll start charging, but so far they have not started charging for it. But the others, like I think EndNote is for pay, and probably others, I'm not sure. But today we're just going to go through Mendeley. The reason why we picked Mendeley is because really is one of the easy ones to use, and it's a free source software. So you can access it, you can give it to you can encourage your students to actually use it, and you can also use it to collaborate on the similar paper. If you're writing, a student is writing, you can actually collaborate in writing together using a similar or the same library with your student or with your colleagues. If you're writing a review or a book chapter, you can actually be able to use a common library from your different locations using Mendeley. I'm not sure whether, I think it should be possible with others, I think. But this is just going to be us showcasing to you what can be done. And what can be done in Mendeley, I believe, can be done with other softwares as well. So without taking so much time, so Mendeley is a referencing management system. It's an open source, I think I've said that, and it can be used to do a lot of things, not just manage your citations. It can also be used to do collaboration. It can also be used as a database for your many other things, your papers, your patents, your web articles, you know, magazine articles. You can actually use it as a database, as a source, as a crowdsourced database. And the beauty with Mendeley is that even if you forget your laptop where you are, you move to a different country, you forgot your laptop, you simply need to get on the internet and log in, and you access your database once again, live and updated from wherever you will be. So it's really a crowdsourced database API. So it's a freeware. It's a cross-platform, meaning you can use it with Windows, with Mac, with Linux, etc. And it also accommodates various various browsers from Chrome, Safari, all this, and any other that would come in. I believe they would still be able to be compatible. And you can use it on a desktop, web page, and as well as a mobile app. So it has those three interfaces that you can use at your convenience. So Mendeley has three values. One, it's a reference manager. It is also important in collaboration and knowledge sharing with your network and other groups. And thirdly, it creates additional insights and builds apps. You can actually use it to search for more data, for more papers, for more information. So it can also be used as a search engine, as a search tool, the way you use Google Scholar or any other. So today, we are just going to do this practically. This will be a very practical session. So I believe that if you're using your desktop or you're using your laptop or desktop or even your mobile app, your iPad, you can still be able to do this practically with me. So my hope is that whatever device you are using, you can still be able to do some of the applications that we are going to be doing today. However, the slides for the whole training will be sent to you at the end of the training, so you don't have to really worry that you may not be able to follow every step, but we are sending to you the PowerPoint slides. We're also sending you the recording on our YouTube channel, so you can easily follow later. But the first thing you do is to actually get Mendeley on your computer. And the first thing is to sign up on Mendeley Online, because like we said, this is a crowdsourced app. So you need to do two things. One is to sign up online. And then after you sign up online, then you can download Mendeley on your desktop. And so with that, and then the third step, you can now start building your references library. So I'm going to exit this now, and I'm now going to go to a browser, and we start by registering. Okay, so if you go to your browser and just type Mendeley, it will take you to mendeley.com. It will ask you to create a free account. Unfortunately, I've already created an account myself, but you can see here, create account. Okay. And then you can be able to go through the process. Me, I've already signed in, I've already signed up. So I already have my account online, but you should be able to. It's a very fairly easy process. Just put in the specific details, your name, your email address, your sign in, whatever. And then you will now get to search a page. And up here, you can see what I said, you can actually use it to search as a search engine. So instead of using Google or Google Scholar, you can actually make Mendeley your search tool. And then after you search them, you can then actually just directly upload them into your database. So you can see there is a search engine, then there's a library. And library is really what, all your papers, all the papers, all the documents or the information that you have put up on your library. It is up there. And then of course there's your profile at the end here. Yeah, so here is your profile. You can change your settings, all this, and you can even sign out if necessary. So this is the first step. Then from there, you download Mendeley. Okay, you download Mendeley. You can download it from here, or you can just go to your search engine and click on download. Download Mendeley. Okay, so if you click download Mendeley, it will now take you to this page where if you're using Windows or Mac or for Linux, you download whichever suits you. And if for me, I'm using Windows, so I'll click download, and then it is asking me if I want to open. I'll say open. I'll not complete this process because I've already downloaded myself. But I just want you to see how it looks or how the process goes like when you download. And I believe this is nothing really new to most of us, because I believe we've downloaded a lot of things before. But once this download, it is going to ask you if you want to. Yes, Abdirashid, your hand is up.
Yes, Professor. Yeah, I'm going
Yes.
to know what is the difference between when I go to Google Chrome and automatically download it, and if I follow the steps you have just mentioned, or first I register, then I create an account, and then I download. So that step, and the other step, which is I go to Google and then automatically download, then use. Is there a difference?
No, there's no difference. You can just Google Mendeley download and simply directly download. Yeah, but still in that case, you still have to do online to register it, to sign it up online, because like I said, being a crowdsourced, you'll get to a point where you'll see there's a syncing. Sometimes you upload a paper on from your browser, and we are going to see that. Sometimes you upload a paper manually in the software that you've downloaded, but then you need to sync. I'm going to show you a point where you sync, click sync, and now it syncs between your physical database that is manually on your laptop and whatever is in the cloud. Okay, so sometimes when you directly download, sometimes it will directly also create an account for you online. Okay, however, it's always important to start the other way. Register online, and once you register it online, get the credentials for registering, then now download the software. Once you download, you use the credentials that you created online now to log in. Okay, and now your two databases, the physical one and the one that is in the cloud, are actually linked. So whichever way you upload a document, there is continuous syncing. So whatever I upload here physically, if I go to my online library, I'll still find it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So once you download Mendeley, then you can run it. I don't want to run it because I already have it. But by running now, you just follow the simple steps to starting off. And now it opens to you a database that looks like this. Okay, let me open my database, and then we can be able to now use it from there. Okay, so I have opened my database, I've downloaded, I've run it, I've opened it. Now I have my database looking like that. Evans, your hand is up. Evans Nyakeri, your hand is up. Okay, maybe it's
Yes, Doc.
Yes, go ahead.
I would say that you are too fast and confusing. When we are doing this, we are already doing this. If you could synchronize the movement so that we all do the same step at the same time, and then I think it would be more effective, Doc. Just a suggestion.
Thank you. So let me know, is there anybody else who is actually doing this practically on the other end?
Yes, I'm actually doing it practically.
Excellent.
Yes, please. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so where are you? At what step are you? Have you downloaded?
Downloaded and already logged in.
Waiting to download.
Okay. So we might have to,
So just following.
yeah. Depending on the internet, maybe I give you some 2-3 minutes to download.
Maybe I also
Excellent.
download it and I load it.
Then once you download and you are at a point where you have it on your desktop and you are viewing it from what is on the screen, let me hear you shout out and then we can continue. So in the next 3 minutes, we can do that. But if you get stuck, just shout. I may not see all the hands, but I think Evans, your hand is still up, or is it the old question?
Doctor, is it possible to repeat once more at
No,
one reference?
I thought I lowered it.
No, your hand is still up, Evans. Good. Let me repeat then.
Okay.
Good. So have we been able to sign up online?
Yes.
Have we been able to create accounts?
Did that.
So you have created an account and you have an account that is online now, right?
Yes.
Good. So you can see you have this window where you have now your account with your name and the library and a search section.
Yes.
Are we there, most of us? If you've done that, if you're doing this practically with me, let me know. Let me hear you say yes.
Okay, yes, finish that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I guess with that, we can continue. Then from there, you can download now for Windows or for Mac or for Linux. Okay, so depending on the operating system that you are using on your laptop, please click where is relevant. And once you click, you'll get a download happening. Once it downloads, run it, and I need you to tell me when you get to a window that looks like this. Mendeley desktop with all these things, and then we can continue from there.
Now I got here, but my window is slightly different from yours, just slightly. The library, I can see yours, my library, mine is only library, just slightly different.
But at least you have a window looking like this.
Yes, all reference.
Mine may look different. Mine may look different because it's probably an older version. Maybe there is probably a newer version. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But could also be, I may have changed quite a number of things because I've been using it for a long time.
Okay.
Okay. Probably as you guys also download, let me also try to see if I download a newer one, if it would actually give me the new version. But please, once you finish, let me know you've downloaded. Running. If you get stuck, shout out and let us know how we can help you.
It's me around, and I'm trying to address it. Am I not trying to solve a problem, Professor? No. using a certain methodology, show us what is wrong and your methodology, how you are going to, to scientifically come up with better factors.
Please kindly mute if you are not speaking in our meeting.
Questions or something.
Excuse me.
Yes, please, Samuel.
Yeah, the screen I've got.
Yes.
It's different. I'm seeing welcome, then monthly reference manager, file, edit, tools, and help. Is that where we should be?
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So are we together? Evans, have you managed? And others? Will you allow me to continue, members?
You can proceed.
Yes.
Very good. So you have your structure that looks, maybe because you've just installed, there's not so much of this, but at least there is file, right? There's edit, there's view, there is tools, and there is help. Is everybody seeing that?
Yes, I see that.
Excellent. So that is how your basically your library should look like. Okay. How do you start building your software or your library? How do you start building your library from scratch? So we are just going to start learning how to add references. And if you click on file up there, if you click on file, you should be able to see add files. Are we all there? You can add a folder, you can watch a folder, you can add entry manually. Okay, so if you click on add file, this is assuming you have downloaded a paper, for example. It is somewhere saved, you know where you've saved it in your database. You simply, once you click on file and you say add files, you can then go look for the paper wherever you've saved it. Okay.
Okay. On the newer version, it's slightly different from yours. It's add new, and then you go to the files. That's
fine. It's okay. I think my version is a little older.
Okay.
Yeah, and I tried to have it updated, but I didn't update. But it's simply the same. So go to file, new, add file, right? That's what you said. So then you can pick.
Excuse me, mine is having just the option of export.
No, go to add new. Just below the menu, just look down under library, there's add new. Then if you click on add new, the file, the whatever here, file from this computer, add entry manually, import and import. below the menu, below library, there's an add new.
Nathaniel,
Yes.
are you able to share your screen? I can allow you to share your screen so that we see the version that.
Okay, one minute, let me just let me see how I can share my screen. Okay, share screen.
Yeah.
Host disable participant screen sharing.
My IT people, if you could allow, you could make, this is Nathaniel. Make Nathaniel a co-host, then he can be able to share. Javan, you here with me? Well, let me see if I can make you a co-host from this end. No, I can't. Javan? Who is the host? Is it, have you been allowed, Nathaniel?
Let me see, not yet. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Yeah, Patrick, are you here?
Yeah, I'm around.
So, who is hosting? Is it Javan or?
It should be Javan, but
why don't you get him to make?
Let me
Nathaniel a co-host.
Let me contact him.
Let him try again.
Okay, share screen. I can see. Yeah, there it is. Then.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
Yes.
So the button is here. I mean, if you go to file here, you'll only see export all. But if you
okay, good.
Add new, then you will see files from this computer.
Yes. So click there.
Yes.
So we are going to use your screen because it has the latest version.
Yeah, I get something like this. It allows me to select.
Yes. So you could go to any file that has your paper, as a paper, PDF or Word or whichever it is.
Okay. Sorry. I just started using this computer now. I mean, I'll have to put in my USB. I mean, let me just put in my USB to see if it can be done.
That's fine.
Yes, then I can be able to go to folders, go to something like that. I can be able to select.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Okay. You want me to go
back? Okay, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Okay, this happens when he has not. No. I was asking. This is what I had when I had not downloaded. Does it mean when you download it, you have a different thing from this? Because this is when you are using directly online.
No, online you only register, and then once you download it, it opens a different. It opens the software. The downloaded one is not just the software or something.
Did you download and open the downloaded one?
Yeah, and logged in. You download.
Okay, so this is the downloaded.
This is the downloaded, yes. So I'm asking the lady, did you download? All right. You download and run it, open it, and you have to log in. You can see Nathaniel.
No, I'm downloading, but when I was using online, I saw something like that. It's okay then.
Okay, good. Yeah. So when you download and you start running it, you'll need to log in. You can see on the top right, Nathaniel has actually logged in.
Yes.
Okay. Which means, and you can see some arrow circular something just next to his name, which means now he can be able to sync. He can be able to sync his manual database and now the online database. Okay.
Yes.
Which actually happens automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. But once in a while, you may find that it has not synced, so you can actually trigger it to sync. All right. Good. Now, we want to add a file into now what we have downloaded. So we go to add new. Okay, if you could go there, let's go to that process again for the sake of people who are not with us. Add new from your computer. We want to pick something that you have downloaded from your computer. Okay. So
I pick up 1 minute. I pick up
from your files from computer.
Yes.
It opens this window. Now you need to go to where you have saved the paper and get it.
Okay.
You can pick any of those. You can pick one of the papers that you downloaded, and you know you want to add.
Okay, let me see if I can be able to.
You can pick any of those I'm seeing there.
Sorry, I mean, I know I'm using this computer for the first time. I mean, it's not my normal computer. So the folders are kind of, I'm getting mixed up in the folders where I kept everything.
Here, and I want you to pick a paper that is published.
Okay, sorry. 2023, no, I've not updated these folders yet.
Just go back to where you began. If you go to folders.
Okay, let me just go back, add new files. Go
to your USB.
USB.
And I'm seeing Bonyang, not those ones.
That's not all the papers must be in education, somewhere in education.
Okay, see if you could open.
I've checked JQuad. I don't know if I have anything on Japan side, conferences. No, still. Okay, I've not updated, sorry.
Okay, pick any. Then just pick any, then we can use it.
Sorry. No, somebody help me here.
No, it's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Okay, I think I can be able to get
publications. Yeah, let's pick that, for example.
Yeah. I've picked up that one. Yes, then it has, I mean, it's here already, it's already uploaded.
Good. So the paper now gets uploaded into your library, your Mendeley library. Okay.
Okay.
So if you click on that paper, I mean, if you see that, look at that paper, it has put authors automatically. It has put the authors, the year, the title, the source, okay? And
yes,
when it was added, and if there is a file or not. Okay. So if you try to click open anywhere within the title or at the end here where there is a file. Just okay.
Yeah.
You see now, can you close this thing that is read and alternate offline down there? Close that, just cancel that.
Yeah.
Not that one, this other one.
Okay, read offline?
Yeah, cancel, just close that.
Okay, 1 second. Let me cancel it here.
Yes. So members, you can see that you can actually be able to see the details. Once you click in that, anywhere along that paper that has been uploaded, you can be able to see details. You can see the full title, the name, the title there, the others follow, the abstract has been uploaded automatically, etc. Okay. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see other things. You can even see the paper is there. It's already published. Okay. Sometimes Mendeley picks the wrong things, especially maybe it can pick the wrong title sometimes, depending on the way it has seen or it has been able to read the paper. But you can actually be able to edit. You can actually be able to edit these details. So if you scroll up on the side, wherever,
yes,
where they are the authors, click in there, see it, if you can be able to edit.
Okay, authors, yes.
you see, you can actually be able to edit, because sometimes I wanted to pick my name correctly, John Kinyuru, but it probably just picks John and forgets to pick Kinyuru. So I can actually edit that. And normally you start with surname followed by the first name.
But
that
can
is
you add something like that?
Yes?
I mean, in my names, that wasn't there. It was just two, but is it possible to add something like this?
Yes, you can.
Dr. Kinyuru, can I add something at that point?
Yes, please.
Thank you for saying it picks the wrong things, because once in a while you tell the students to use whatever and then you settle for your Mendeley. And then now it picks the wrong things and the student probably is so, they relax. They feel like this guy will just do everything for me.
Yeah.
And so you make a comment like the references are still not right. And the standard answer always is, I used Mendeley. It's like, it's the marking scheme. It's the ISI unit,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good to stress that, so that we also know that it can help you do, but you also have to do some bit of it to make it more efficient,
Exactly. Yeah, the title could also be wrong. It can sometimes combine words. You want them to separate, so you can actually edit the title. All these details you're seeing on this panel, you can actually edit. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't, but we'll come to that later. You'll see that sometimes it doesn't download or doesn't pick the downloaded paper depending on how you upload the file. Okay, so you need to go back and actually be able to edit, or rather add the file. Sometimes you even add the URL. You can see down there you need to add URL, because some journals you're publishing in need you to have URLs there. So if you scroll down, Nathaniel, a bit, you're going to see URLs, DOIs, these are things sometimes Mendeley may not pick. Right? Yes. So you can put your URL there, the URL of the paper there. You can put the DOIs of the paper down there, etc. So thank you, Silvanus, for stressing that this is not the magic word that does everything. It is the responsibility of the student, once the paper has been uploaded, to make sure that the details captured are captured correctly. Okay? So the other detail that is very important, if you scroll up, Nathaniel, you can see where there is journal article.
Yeah.
It's written journal article, and there's an arrow next to it. Can you click on that arrow? We see what comes out. Is there anything?
No, mine doesn't seem to be.
No, it's opening something. It should open many options.
Okay.
Yeah. It should give you several options depending on how you're able to sync, because sometimes it is not a journal article, it is probably a web page. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Options.
Yes. Okay, you can see the options. It's a bill of parliament, a book section, case, computer program, conference proceedings, hearing. Actually, I think this new version has even more options. Magazine, article, newspaper. Just scroll down, patents, report, statute, thesis, unspecified, web page, even a television broadcast. Okay, so it is very important that the student selects, or the person using Mendeley selects the right category. What we uploaded was a journal article, right? So, and Mendeley.
I think you have time. Just go and have deeper conversation about how the thing went on.
My team, please kindly mute those who are disrupting with other things on the side. Yeah. So if it's a report, was a report by FAO, it should be clearly the right category should be selected. Otherwise, it's going to affect the way it's going to capture that citation in your document, or the way it's going to actually reference it on the bibliography. It's going to have a problem. So you must select the right thing, the right category. Okay. And for every category you select, then you have to ensure that the details are actually correctly captured down there. Are we together up to that point?
Okay.
Excellent. That is adding a file. If you go back to add a file again, we go back there to add file. You can also add entry. And by the way, if you can actually add several papers together. Let's please just go back to files from computer. And I want you to go back to that file that has publications and see if they are main, or you only had one. If you had several, papers there,
sorry.
Right? It's fine. But if you had several papers, you want to upload all of them, 20 of them or 50 of them, you simply click, you simply control all, control A, and it selects all of them. That's the same way we do control A. You control A, it selects all of them, and then you upload.
Excuse me.
Sorry, you are gone. We can't hear you.
He has muted himself.
The host unmuted everybody.
Okay.
Okay,
am I back?
Yes.
Someone is asking a question.
Yes, at that point of control all,
yes,
because I don't have the files. You do that after highlighting the folder, the files?
You open the folder that has all your files using the system. Using the system, add new, go to the folder that has all the files. Then you can manually select. You know the way you use a cursor, your mouse to select. You can do that. Or just control A. It's the same way we do in any Word document or whatever. Many ways of selecting. Control all or select using your mouse. So it will select your 50, your 100. You know, a student may have been downloading, those who didn't know how to use these referencing management softwares. A student may have been downloading and keeping the papers in a folder, okay? But now you tell them, hey, you know, there is this thing that you can use. So they don't need to go add one. They can go to add new, go to the computer, open the folder, select all of them, and just click open, and all of them will get into their library, just like that. Their job will now just be to probably just go through to cross-check to see if the details are captured correctly. All right. If you can close that window before, okay, so you can cancel. Something I needed to show you is that you can actually use Mendeley to read. So, Nathaniel, if you click on the top, on the right window, on the right pop-up window, the right, down there is read. There's read and get PDF. So there's read. Click read, see what happens.
Okay, which one do I click on, read or get PDF?
Read.
Read.
Yeah. You can see that actually is going to open the paper.
Okay.
Okay. So you can scroll down. You see, now the paper, you can actually read it on Mendeley, because sometimes you are writing and you want to read or to have a snapshot of how the paper looks like all through. So you just open it on Mendeley. Okay. And sometimes you even want to see if you want to even search if there are some words that you're looking for in that paper. So up there, somewhere on the right, there is a circle, there's a magnifying glass. You can see not the right, go right, not magnifying glass, the search, yes, that one. Yes. Click there and type something like material, type the word material. And enter. You see, it is going to highlight to you all the material. It has highlighted 36 of them. Okay. So you want to see, is this paper really having the kind of keywords that I'm looking for? and it is going to highlight all of them. That paper has highlighted 26 keywords. All right. So you can actually then be able to read the paper and even be able to highlight various paragraphs or various sections. So you can select, if you look at the top left window, if you put your cursor on there's an arrow, there is a highlighter, there is a add note, all those. Okay.
Sticky note.
You can add a sticky, can you add a sticky note?
Add a sticky note, yeah.
Click on it, then.
Your screen anymore.
Oh, sorry.
No, are you sure? Can everybody see his screen? Because I'm seeing his screen.
I can see it.
I also can see it.
So please check your network if you can't see his screen, because we can see it. So click somewhere and just click into the document somewhere, and it's going to put in a sticky
note. Let me see if I can click inside here. Okay, sticky note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then add a comment. Yes, then you can add a comment and enter.
And then enter.
And you enter, right? So click outside anywhere. So that stick note remains there.
Yeah, this one here.
Yes, and you can now send this to your students. Tell them, read, look at this paper, has stick notes. Look at where I have highlighted. If you go to highlight, you can actually see. If you go back up there where there is something that looks like a pen, you
like
click on it. Yeah, click on it. Yes. And just highlight any section down there. See? Yeah. You can actually highlight. Okay.
And then maybe add a sticky note or something.
Yes, add a stick note. You can change the color of your stick note. Okay. Yeah. So this way you are reading, you are adding notes, you are highlighting, you are annotating, and then you can then be able to come back to it, or you can draw your students' attention to specific sections of that paper. Okay. Good. So let's close this. You close the paper up there. There is where there is a title. You can close it. Up. You can see where there is 4/12.
Yeah, 4/12.
Up there is a cross. Just one step up. You can close it.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah, this one.
Up there. You can close it, and we go back to the main library.
Okay.
You can open as many papers and read them as possible. They will all align on Mendeley. Okay. And you can highlight, you can do whatever. So we can do add new again manually. Let's see how we can add another paper manually. Okay. Here you have this paper or web page, or this document that you also want to store in your Mendeley. Okay. You can add it manually. Some may have DOIs or not. So let's go down to reference type. No, just up there.
Yes.
The second, after identifiers, then there's reference type. Let's maybe pick web page, for example. Down there is web page. Okay. So you put the title of the paper, or the title of the page you want to, maybe it's a paper on material science. So you type it. Can you type?
Okay.
Type a word.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say anything. Just type anything. Analysis. That's enough. Analyzing. That's enough. Then you can add authors. Put your name, Nathaniel. Yeah. And you can add others. You can add, you see down there, you can actually add another author. If these are the authors, if that web page probably has several authors. Then publication. This is what web page this is. It's a web page of ICAD, for example, right? So this is ICAD. Yeah, so which year, which month, so all those details you can scroll down and add them. Okay, so you can scroll down, you don't have to add all the details. Yeah, I can't see there must be a place down there where it tells you to either submit or save or something. I can't see your screen.
Okay, this is the, let me see, and then add entry.
Yes.
Click on it.
Yep. Good. Can you see the entry has been added? So you can add manually. This is probably something you found somewhere. It is not on the web, it's nowhere, but you need it because you want to reference it. You can actually add it manually. Okay. Very good. If you go back to add new again, you can import from a library. You may have been using EndNote or those others, right? If you go, you can see you can upload papers from BibTeX, from EndNote, from RIS. These are the only 3 options we have so far. But if you have been using EndNote, you can actually then go to your EndNote, click EndNote. Yeah, it will take you to a window that has your EndNote database, and then you just click open, and all that will then be added into your library. Are we together up to there, or is someone stuck? Good. Silence means we are together, so you can cancel that.
Okay. And then remove it from here as well, or we just leave it?
No, you can let it remain there, no problem.
Okay, for the time being.
Yeah, for the time being. So the other way to add a paper is that you can actually drag it from the folder where it is and just drop it in Mendeley, right? You can, you know the way we drag and drop. I'm sure you have done that before. Like when you're doing an email and you want to attach. So please don't close. We still want to remain there. Go back to whatever. We still want to remain on your whatever.
Just the possibility of drag and drop.
Oh, all right. So you can actually, if you have a folder that is somewhere, you can actually pull it up. Drag the folder, the file from there, and just come drop it. Okay. Something else I want to show you is that on the left window, on the extreme left, you can see things like all references. You can see recently added. Can you click on recently added? You can see the 2. You can click recently read. You can see when we click recently read, you actually see the only one that we opened and read. Okay. Favorites. So far, we have not favorited any, but we can favorite. So if you go back to recently, to all references, you can see just before the author's name, there is a star. If you click on the star, it turns yellow. Okay, and that means you have favorited that paper. It's your favorite. Yeah, and we do favorite when we want to take note of specific things. We favorite web pages, we favorite documents, because you probably want to come back to it and you don't want to forget about it. So if you click on favorites on your top left, on your left window, then you're going to see the papers that you favorited. My publications is another very important option. On my publications, you want to store the papers that you have published yourself. Okay, yes, they are among all the references. They are part of the library, but this is my references, John Kinyuru. Okay, so I want to add them there because I want to keep track of how many of my papers are getting published. Okay, and you can easily either add manually, or if you go to all references, you can simply click on, just click once on the author of Zimbu S2 and drag it and drop it on publications.
One more time, click on them.
You want to drag Zimbu S2, blah, blah, that manuscript. So just put your cursor on Zimbu, click.
Oh, sorry, there's a little bit of noise. Put my cursor on.
On the author.
Author, yes.
Zimbu, that is Zimbu. Go to Zimbu, yes. And click in and drag to my publication.
Yes, to my publication.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not able to drag? Not. Can you try to click on the title instead?
I click on the title.
And drag, click and drag.
Okay.
It's not possible. Okay. But you can add manually.
Okay.
You can go to my publications. No? No. Go to my publications.
My publication.
And now add. You can actually now add directly. You can now add new.
Add new.
Yeah. We don't have to go. We don't have to go. No, from the same, whichever way, way, whether it's from your computer or manually, you can actually then be able to put your papers in that. Are we together up there, gentlemen and ladies?
Okay.
Very good. Final way in which I want to show you how you can upload from the web directly. Okay. Because as you read your papers on Google Scholar or Scopus or any other database, you might be reading and coming across papers that you want to push directly to Mendeley without downloading. You don't have to download it, but it can be pulled from online and pushed there directly. Okay. So, Nathaniel.
Yes.
If you go to tools up there, click on tools.
Yes.
Okay. You can see install Mendeley web importer.
This one?
Yes. Click on it. Yes. So that is an extension that we need to add on your browser so that you can then be able to download into Mendeley. So we want to see your browser. Has it opened your browser?
Oh, sorry. It looks like Firefox was installing something.
Yes.
It's okay.
But we want to see. We want to. We are not able to see.
Okay, the browser is just coming up.
Yeah, but what? Okay, fine. Because it's an extension. It's an extension if you know what an extension is. It's an extension that we add on your browser, and then we can't be able to download directly.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever screen you had shared the Mendeley screen. You didn't share your whole screen. You shared only the Mendeley screen. So you may want to probably now share your web page.
Web importer. Let me see if it is this one or if it is.
Alternatively, you can stop sharing and I can show from my end.
Okay. So I stop sharing.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Stop sharing. Okay.
Yes. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Okay. So I want to show you using my Mendeley how you can be able to add that tool. It's called, if you go to tool, there is install web importer. Okay. I hope we are there, most of us, if not all of us. So install, if I click on it, it is supposed to open this kind of a page. Is this what it opened for you, Nathaniel? Should be. And now depending on the browser, I'm using Microsoft Edge myself. You could be using Chrome, you could be using any, but it should be able to get web importer for.
No, it opened that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So already I have mine. So let me remove it. Then I can do that again so that you're able to see. Okay. So get web importer. So this is an add-on, is an extension that will need to be linked to your browser so that you can be able to import directly. So you can see now I can be able to get it. So get, and then you say add extension. You click on add extension. Okay. And by that, you can see something appearing somewhere. It has disappeared. To your extensions. I want to Mendeley importer. You will see it adding something like this. There is a Mendeley Mendeley icon. So if I go to my extensions, I should be able to see it here. And then, because I want it to come very close to here so that I can be easily seeing it, I just say show in toolbar and it appears just like the way you add any other extensions. Grammarly, now I've added Mendeley there. So my Mendeley will always be there, such that when I am reading a paper, if I now go to Google Scholar, and I'm reading a paper by John Kinyuru. I've searched John Kinyuru, I've seen his many papers, and you know, I want to read this first one up there. I've opened it, you know, I've read it, I like it, and I want to export it to Mendeley. I simply come to my icon that is up here, Mendeley Web Importer. And if I click on it, you can see it starts opening a Mendeley mini browser on the right, or a pop-up on the right, showing me the paper. Interestingly, it also adds you other related papers. So you can take the advantage and add several papers. You wanted just this one, but because there are other several papers that you think are also important, you can also select them. For example, you select them and you add into your library. If you click add into your library, okay, and you can see for the papers that it can access both PDF and reference, it adds both. To some of them, it only just adds a reference because I do not mind. Probably my institution is not subscribed to full access. However, it is going to add that information into my library, okay? But I will not have the paper itself. I'll not have the physical paper attached in there, but it's going to add. Okay, so later, if I download a paper, I talk to my friends somewhere in Europe or wherever, and they can access that paper, and I tell them, kindly download this paper for me. Then I can come and add it into my Mendeley. So that is how you can read. Okay, sometimes you even want to, like I go to my library, for example. Let me just use my Google Scholar. And I hope it's very important that all research, if you are a researcher and you're not signed in into Google Scholar, it's very important because it is in a snapshot. It works like ResearchGate or others, but in a snapshot, it shows you the kind of, what kind of a researcher you are. So maybe I've opened John Kinyuru's Google Scholar page, and I want to actually upload all these papers. I don't want to upload one. I want to upload all of them. Okay, I can either select and click on Mendeley up there. Yeah. And once I do this and say add into my library, it's going to add all these papers from my library. Okay, so you can do this on ResearchGate, you can do this on Scopus, you can do this from Google Scholar, you can add papers. So the student doesn't have to download, okay? It can just go to Mendeley, and then from Mendeley, they're just going to be seeing the papers. And if the paper was available, the physical paper was downloaded and it was available, then you open it. Sometimes when you do that online, it doesn't sync immediately. Okay, so for example, if I come to all my documents, like the version I have is slightly an older one, but it's basically the same thing. So I want to see the paper that I just added, but you can see on my library it's not yet updated. So I can synchronize my library with the Mendeley web. And by syncing, I simply click up there, and you can see it's retrieving any new papers that has come. And now you will see the paper that I just added coming up here, and then I'll be able to use it. You can see the papers have come. The 3 papers that I have just added just came there. Now they are now on both my web, Mendeley web, and on my desktop web. Good. Now, quick one. You have your full library of documents, and I want to search. I don't want to read all the papers, or I don't have the time to keep scrolling down, through each of these papers so that I see the one that I want to read. No, I probably just want to see only papers that have insects. They have something to do with insect. So you can see I can just type insect and enter, and it will filter all the papers in my database that have insect in it, right? Yeah. I may want to see if I have papers by one of you. For example, I have Evans Nyakeri, right? You can see if I search Evans Nyakeri, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 papers that have Evans Nyakeri in them. Okay. So you can search names, you can search full titles, nutrient composition of insects. Okay. So you can see the papers that have something to do with that. Okay. In your database, because like a database like this that I've built over 10, 15 years, it has so many papers. Okay. So I want to specifically look at papers published by Ivans, I want papers published in Kenya or in Europe, I can simply do a quick search and do that. Good. Now, I know you are asking then, yes, this we've done all this, looks really nice, but the elephant in the room is, so how do I get this now to cite my to cite it on my paper? And that's what we are now going to do now. Yeah, the student is writing, very nice. And I want them to cite papers, and I want them now to be put in the document they are writing. So that is now what I want to show you. This is how to build the database. This is how to manage the database. Again, I've just showed you, by just scratching on the surface. There's so much you still be able to do. Over years, you become better and better. Depending on the software you're using, you become better and better with time. Get better with age, just like fine wine. Okay, so now I'm writing. I have my Word document, and so how do I get to cite my paper? So this is my title. This is for kicks, for example. That is the title of my paper. I have the others is John Pinyuru. I have my abstract, and I'm now at introduction. Okay. All right. So I have written that this is for kicks and trying out. And now I want to start citing. I want to start citing my references, where I read that or where I came across that information. And so I need now to come to references, how to add references. Unfortunately, mine, I had already added Mendeley in it. But if you go to your Word document today and you go to references, I think I'm using Windows Office. I think this is Windows Office 16. I'm not sure, whichever office you're using. But if you go to references and you don't have Mendeley, you will not see this. Okay, so the first step is actually now to add Mendeley into your Word, into your Office. Okay, and it's just like adding an extension again. So if you go to tools, let me uninstall first so that we can be on the same page. Okay, we need to close that, open a new one. Okay, so this is a new one after I had uninstalled. So if I come to references, you can see I can't see Mendeley. I'm seeing insert endnotes. This, yeah, I think endnote just comes automatically, I think. But for Mendeley, you have to install Mendeley as part of your referencing system. So you go back to your Mendeley, go to tools, and on tools, install MS Word plugin. Install MS Word plugin. You see, earlier we installed Web Importer. Now we want to install Word plugin. And you can see other things down here. Get Mendeley site, check for duplicates. Sometimes you may have downloaded a paper again and you now download again without knowing, you can actually check for duplicates. And then it will ask you whether you want to merge the duplicates or you want to delete one. Okay, but for now, I want us to install MS Word plugin. And it will ask you to, Word or Outlook is currently running. It will ask you to close. Do you want Mendeley to try close it? I'll say yes. I don't want it to save. So it closes. Yeah, and so plugin installed. So it's a very fast process. So it has installed the plugin in there. So if I go back to my Word document now.
Excuse me, Doc.
Yes.
Yes. Mine is not when I go to tools.
I lost you, Doc. What did you say?
I lost you, Doc. What did you say? Just a minute, Doc. Yeah, what I was saying is.
Yes.
Yeah, what I was saying is. Yes. That when I go to tools, I'm not having the 3 options. I'm only having 3 options. I'm having install Mendeley web importer. Install Mendeley site. Those are the only options I have.
Nathaniel, are you able to share the version, your version again? Can you share your screen, Nathaniel?
Auntie Beatrice. Auntie Beatrice. Auntie Beatrice.
Hello.
Nathaniel, I'm saying if you could share your Mendeley screen with us.
Mendeley screen.
Yeah.
I hope it's that one. Let me see.
Not the web page.
This one, sorry. Did I share the correct one?
Yes, you did.
No, I shared the wrong one. It's this one here, share.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh.
So can you go to tools? Let's see what is there.
Tools. Install Mendeley.
Yeah. Then install Mendeley site for Microsoft. That should be the one.
Okay.
Yeah. So click.
And then it jumps off. It goes to Mendeley site.
Yes. It goes to Mendeley something. So
Mendeley site by Elsevier.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to share that as well?
Yes.
Okay, just cancel. So Mendeley, let me share it. Share. Mendeley reference.
We can't see your screen. So yes. This should be it. So Mendeley site, so get it now.
Click on get it now. Oh, sorry. Sign into Microsoft. Don't have an account. Oh no.
No, it's fine. But that is the process, ladies and gentlemen. You need to create a Microsoft account is easy. It's you just use your email address, sign up for a free account. Then the Word document that you are using is connected to Microsoft online. Eh? Okay. So, but that is the process. Once you complete that, then you could stop sharing. Once you complete all that, then you are now able to see you are now able to see if you click on reference, if that's my Word document, and I click on reference or references, I should be able to see a Mendeley icon has come. Okay, it's here and it's also here. It's here and it's also here. But you have to, I think that the newer version of Mendeley, the way to install is a little bit it's linked up to Microsoft in a way. But myself, I'm already, my Word is connected to Microsoft, to a Microsoft account, which is, it's nothing complicated. So it doesn't take me through that process. However, at the end of the day, you want to have this here, and you also have to have this here. And from your Word document, you can actually open Mendeley. If I click Mendeley, you can see it takes me to my Mendeley document, whatever. However, we wanted to cite. Okay, we are doing this paper and we want to cite. So what I do is that I go to insert citation. Okay, and it opens this window for me. And I want to go to Mendeley. Go to Mendeley. And when I go to Mendeley, it will open for me several. It will open for me the library. What Nathaniel added. If you saw what Nathaniel added, it will open that library for him. And I want to cite this paper. And let me show you how, what I said, you could actually select several. Yeah, you could you could press Control on your keyboard and select several, just the way we do it on Word, or you can just Control A and it picks all of them. However, I don't want to do that. I just probably want to cite that and this guy as well, just 3 of them. And so I select the 3, and I click Cite. And you can see it has added them automatically. Something you must do, you need to select the referencing style. Up here, there's an icon, there's a pop-up where you select the style, and there are many styles. Some already are inbuilt into your default Mendeley. There's American Political Science Association. There's our good old APA, 7th edition now. I think we are 7th edition. There's the American Sociological Association, 6th edition, Chicago Manual, cite them. This is the Harvard system, Springer Basic. And you can always add others, more styles. You can always add more styles. When I say more styles, you can see it takes me to already the installed ones. You can even get more. For example, is a journal of, can you give me an example of a journal that you published in? An international journal that you published in? Someone?
Crop Science.
Sorry?
Journal of Crop Science, American Crop Science.
Journal of American Crop Science. Is that word science? Yeah.
Science, yeah.
Yeah. If it is there, it looks like it is not there yet. What other journal? Let me see. Crop. It's not there. But you can see there, if I start typing journal of crop, it's not there.
African Journal of Ecology.
African Journal of Ecology, African Journal of
Ecology.
There is African Journal of Oncology and Ventricular, blah, blah. They are not there. But
Current
even if
Science Journal.
So, which one?
Current Science Journal.
Current Science, it's there.
Yes. Yes.
Right? So Current Science is there. So it comes and you say install. All right? If you say install and say done, then if I come here, I'll see current. I should be able to see it on my more styles. It's there. All right. And then I say use this style. and I say done. Okay. Oh, it didn't change. Sorry, it didn't change that. Let me do that again. Use current, say use this style, and say done. Oh, I don't know why it's not picking it, but it should be able to pick it. Because you can see these are other journals that I have added: food control, IE, nature, plant food, but the procedure for adding should be that one. I'm not sure why it's not picking that, okay? But there are those that you find that they are not already installed in Mendeley, but you find that they are actually using conventional styles. They're using Springer, they're using Harvard, they're using APA. So you just look at what they're using and just come select it here. That is, if you can't find it on more styles. Okay. For example, yeah, if I want to use this World Mycotoxin Journal, if I say use this, I'm not sure why it was not selecting current. Where did current go? Current science. Use this style. Okay. It picked. Finally, Prof. It has picked current science. You can see now I have current science there. And it has changed the citation style. Okay. Previously, if it was APA, if I selected APA, you can see the way it looks. But if I change it to current science, it changes. Okay. And that is why we said using a system actually saves over 45% of your time, of your writing time. Because imagine you had developed a paper for World Mycotoxin Journal, for example. So used their referencing system. Yeah, the referencing system looks like that. We submitted it to them or to your supervisors, but they think, no, I think we need to change that journal. Can we choose a different journal? Because probably this one is too slow or it doesn't fit very well. And they tell you, we want to try current science. So can you format your paper according to current science? So the only thing your student will need to do is to come up here and change the style to current science. They don't need to go and now start manually doing one. No. Okay? They just need to come and select up here. Whether it's a thesis, you know, they may have done their thesis using Harvard system, but then your graduate school changes and says, no, we want APA 7th edition. So your student simply needs to take 10 seconds and change here, and you have an up-to-date system. Okay, so that is one way of, so you can, let me just go back to my World Mycotoxin. Yeah.
Can you do that one last time, please? Adding the new style.
Good. So I go up here, there's an icon, you see style, there's an icon up here.
Like I want African development reviews.
All right, fine. So I go more styles. So it is not among the ones that I've installed. You said African something, so you can see it's not there. So I need to go to get more styles.
Oh,
so give me the name again.
African development reviews.
African, it's not there. It is not among the ones that are recognized by Mendeley. However, you might
Common
find that
Grounds Journal, Doctor.
Yes,
Common
just a minute.
Grounds Journal.
Just a minute, Prof. You might find that African Development Journal is not among the ones that are recognized, but it probably uses most of them will use the conventional systems, APA, Harvard, ASA, Nature Style, Springer, all right? So you just go and select that, okay?
Okay, thanks.
So you are saying, Prof, you are saying another one?
Common grounds journal.
Common
grounds.
I have common markets, common market studies, common imperial something. So it's probably not recognized, but there's
Conservation
common
biology.
Yeah. What?
Conservation biology journal.
It's
Journal of Conservation Biology. Actually, it's Journal of Conservation.
There. It's here.
Yeah.
Conservation biology. So if you search it, it's already recognized in Mendeley. You install it, and you can see it's installed. And once it's installed, then you can now click use this style. Okay.
Sorry, Dr. Kenyuru, where do you get that from?
Get what?
Where you are changing all these, the style and everything. You are in Medley, yeah?
I'm in my Word document.
Word.
Can you see my Word document?
Yes.
I want to change this style. This style is by World Mycotoxin Journal. You can see it here, up here.
Yes.
Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
So I want to change this to another style because I want to publish to conservation biology. Right? You can see it's not among the ones that automatically come with the system. So I want to see if I can add it as part of my other styles. So I go to more styles. Once you go to more styles, you can see it opens this window. Can you see Mendeley? And now there is this window that I'm moving.
Yes, but that's what I don't get. Let me just try more styles.
More styles. Once you click more styles, it opens this small window.
That's what I don't have. The more styles is what I don't have.
It is not there on your Mendeley.
Is it on my Medley or what?
I mean, on your Word, what can you
Yeah.
see? So do you have you seen, did you add the Mendeley plugin?
Yes.
So you can see insert citation.
In fact,
Can you see
it comes
this
as
icon?
Medley sites. So site with Medley. It's just one single icon, not like
It's
you have
fine.
to.
It's
Yes.
okay. It's the same.
Yes.
But you have it.
Yes.
Good. So if then is there something like style?
Yes, I have the style.
Good. So you have it there. So can you add more? Is there more styles?
That's what I'm missing.
That's what you're missing?
Yes, the more
Exactly,
styles.
Doctor.
Sorry?
Exactly, Doc. That is what we are missing, because when you click there, you get APS, Chicago, Ghost, what, Turabian. There is nothing like more styles.
Yes, there is no more styles.
Okay, fine. Then I'll need to check the newer version to see where they have placed, because there must be a way of adding more styles. All right?
Okay.
Yeah. There must be a way of adding more styles, because all those are the ones that it comes with it. There must be a way of adding more styles. We'll probably, after the end of the meeting, one of you can share, for those of you who are interested, one of you would share their screen, and then we can see what you are seeing on your end. But for now, will you allow me to continue, because I only have 19 minutes to finish?
Okay.
Then after the meeting, those who want to take a few 10, 15 minutes, we can remain and see. And one of you shares your screen from your end, and we see what you're seeing, right? But you can change styles. The most important thing is that you can change the styles. Either use what is existing or add more styles, okay? And you know, there's also the way we cite papers, where you want to say, this is for trying out according to Kinyuru. According to Kinyuru, somebody, eh? So and then we say 2023, for example. So I want to show you how you also add a reference in this style. Okay. So I want to come to my add citation. Insert citation, go to Mendeley, and let me pick one of mine, this. Well, let me pick this, and I cite. So you can see it has brought that citation, but I want to remove this bracket from here to just bracket the year only. Okay, so if I put my cursor there, you can see now you can be able to edit your citation. If you click edit citation, it opens this window for you, and that version there, I mean, you can see the reference that you want to suppress. We actually call it suppressing the author. You want to hide the name of the author, probably because you want to write it differently. And so you click suppress author and you say okay. And now the name goes, and now I can put my Kinyuru et al. There manually. Okay. Very important. Sometimes I also want to merge. Sometimes you can have these several others, but then I remember I also need to cite another guy here called Evans. So I go to Nyakeri and look at the paper he published and this other one there, and I cite him. Yeah. But now you can see I have so many brackets, but I want all these to be under one bracket, under the same common bracket. So you can merge citations. Once you select, you can see it merges citations. It gives you the option for merging citations comes live. And you can see it has now put all of them under one bracket and arranged them alphabetically. All right. Now, how do I build? I've done all my citations, but in the process, I want to keep building my reference list at the end of the document. References. Okay. So I want to add them at the end of my document so that as I write, the reference list builds itself at the end. Okay. So you put the cursor where you want the references list to be, and then come and insert bibliography. You can see insert bibliography. Insert bibliography. And it builds my reference list very comfortably, very fast. So as I keep writing and citing, it will keep building. Yeah, I want to cite that guy and that guy as well. It will add them there and add the guys on the list. Okay, so as you write, it keeps adding. Sometimes you want to refresh. In case you see it has not added, you just click refresh and it keeps building your bibliography. And this way you are sure every paper cited within your text is listed down here. Okay. And it's so easy to know if your student has actually used a reference management system or not. If they send you their soft copy, you can just highlight the paragraph you want, and you can see the references that have been cited using a referencing management system are actually darker. Yeah, everything is highlighted, but the references are darker. So you can be able to quickly scan through and say, you guys, you have not used a system. And so it becomes difficult now for you because as a supervisor, because you really don't have time to go through every ticking. You know, the way you used to tick many years ago. You cite, you read, you see a cited reference, you go manually to the reference list to check, is it cited? And is it even cited correctly? Okay, so with the system, your job as a supervisor is actually cut down by about 45% plus as a supervisor also. Okay, because you can agree with me that for those of you, for those of us who read papers and theses, which had been cited manually those years, we spent a lot of time ticking, going to the back and tick, ticking, going to the back and ticking, checking if it's actually whether the tals are right, put rightly, or there's a dot at the end of a tal, etc., etc. And if, like I said, if you feel like you want this to change, the same way we changed, you know, the way you want the way the listing of references is looks, you want to change it, you simply go to the style you want to change to, and maybe if it's nature, you can see it changes. Nature cites in the document in terms of superscripts, numbers, but superscripts. And you can see it has changed from names to superscripts now. Okay, and then it has numbered them correctly, right? If I put another journal, the other journals that just number them without superscripts. Okay, that is plant foods for human nutrition. Conservation biology, we added it here. Let's see how it does. Conservation biology, use this style. Done. You see it has changed. Okay, but you find some of these journals just use the normal APAs and Harvards and others that are common. Finally, and by the way, you can also delete a reference. You realize as you read that you want to delete this guy. Yeah, you want to delete Nyakeri to 2017. You simply click on him, go to your edit citation, and delete Nyakeri 2017. Okay, and you say okay, and Nyakeri disappears. Okay, you must be very careful not to delete manually. Do not delete manually, like you put a cursor here and just say backspace. If you backspace there, you can see the momently you enter or you move your cursor out, it starts telling you the citation, blah, 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 has been manually edited. Do you want to keep this manual edit or revert to the automatically formatted version? Yeah, because you wanted to remove it, you of course say keep manual editing. So it will remove it from here, but on your reference list, it doesn't remove it. So you get problems. So it will not be cited in the document, but on the reference list, you'll find it. You'll find in Nyakeri 2020 somewhere, still in the reference. So if you want to delete a reference, please use the system to delete. Edit, highlight it, then delete it from there, okay, and say okay, and the guy goes. And even on the reference list, you can see my references keeps reducing because I'm deleting. So do not encourage them doing backspacing or deleting manually using a cursor. Always delete, edit using the Mendeley system. I have 8 minutes, and in those 8 minutes, I want to show you how you can collaborate. You can write a paper together.
Kindly repeat the automatic deletion briefly before you go there.
All right. You see, I want to delete Wang et al., for example. This Wang is here. You can see Wang is down here, right? Wang is here. If I delete manually by backspacing, okay, I come and say backspace and delete. Oh, where did that go? Okay. You can see I'm deleting. Okay. Yes. That will go from up there, but you can see Wang is still here. Right? So you delete using the system. You come, click on the citation, edit citation. And now here you can see Wang et al. Is up here in your Mendeley pop-up. You delete it and then say okay. Okay. And Wang should disappear. And Wang has refused to disappear. Let me try that one more time. Edit citation. Delete. Okay. Oops. I don't know why now he has refused to disappear. Let me try another guy. Like this Kenyoro. Let me see if that should disappear. Oh, it's now not disappearing. But actually, it should be able to disappear. When you use the system, it should be able to disappear in both sides. Let me try once more. Just once more. See. Let's try to delete Nyakeri 2017. And Nyakeri 2017 is here, now that Nyakeri is the one who has asked the question. So Nyakeri 2017, we want to delete you. And you are here. Okay, we want to delete you from there. Okay, good. You see, Nyakeri 2017 has disappeared from here, and Nyakeri 2017 has not disappeared from the reference list. But we deleted it manually. For example, we come here and delete Nyakeri. Okay. You can see it will ask me if I want to keep the manual edit, because that's what I've done. If I say keep manual edit, I'll remove Nyakeri from 2017 from there. But if I come down here, I'll still find Nyakeri. Oh, now Nyakeri has gone. Okay, whatever. But really the best way is to use the system, because sometimes you'll find manual editing not deleting from the reference list. Sometimes you'll find it, oh, it is here. I was looking for the wrong whatever. Nyakeri 2017 is still here, but you've deleted it up there. Is it clear, Nyakeri, now?
Excuse me. You have done it in two ways, eh?
Yes.
One is to just highlight Nyakeri.
Yes.
And then you go in the system and delete. The other one is to highlight the entire citation. Then you check among the names there and you delete.
Yes.
They seem to be giving different results.
Yes, they give, that is what should happen. Because one is manual, one you're doing it manually. When you do it manually by just deleting with your keyboard backspacing, that does not delete on the reference list. Okay, it will delete in the citation.
What I'm saying is,
yes,
when you highlight, like there are citations which are multiple.
Yes.
Like Nyakeri, you see there are many there.
Yes.
Now, if you highlight the entire, and then you go in the system and delete Nyakeri, it seems to give different results from when you highlight Nyakeri 2017 only, and then you go up there and delete.
Let's deal with Nyangena for now. Let's do Nyangena. Nyangena is down here.
Yes.
2020. Okay. We want to delete Nyangena. Okay. So we go to I put my cursor on Nyangena and edit it. And where is Nyangena 2020? Nyangena is there. You can see it even brings whatever. So it asks me, once you do manually like that, it has to bring you this pop-up. Okay. If you say keep manual edit, it will delete the way you have deleted. All right. If you say undo manual edit, it will go back to the original Nyangena remains. But if you say keep manual edit, it should delete Nyangena. Oh, did it delete?
Yes, not.
It did not.
And that's why I was saying,
yes,
if you highlight the entire,
yes,
and then you go in the system and highlight again and delete from the system,
it works.
Yes. But if you highlight here,
yeah,
Nyangena only, and then you go in the system and delete, it doesn't seem to delete.
Doesn't seem to work. However, the most important thing is that you can see that you can be able to delete a reference, but the method you use should be able to delete both in the citation and on the reference list. That is the point, okay? So that you do not have some remaining on the reference list, but they are deleted on the citation, in the text rather. Okay, so it may work different ways, different whatevers, but I think the message here is you must make sure whatever method you use works both ways. So try out. I think we've tried different. Sometimes it works, other time it doesn't work. So that inconsistency can be a problem. So you have to be sure that it has worked, so that you avoid embarrassments. Will you allow me to go to the last thing in the next 2 minutes? Thank you. You can collaborate. Like, for example, you are writing a paper together. We are 45 of us today, and we agree, let's do a review paper. Let's do a review on graduate supervision training in Africa. And so all of us are co-authors, 45 of us. So, and we want to use a reference management system so that when I draft and send to you, you can still be able to add more references, you can still be able to delete, etc. You can collaborate. And how to collaborate is actually to create group. You create a group, okay? So you create your group, you give it a name, graduate training, for example. And if you say create group, sometimes, yeah, you can see it has created a group for me up here, right? And give me an email address, somebody who is the gentleman that we were just having a conversation. What's your email address?
Esmunda at Kafu.
Esmunda
at Kafu.
Kafu. K.
K-A-F-U.
At Kafu.
.se.ke.
Esmunda at Kafu. So I send you an invitation. So when I send that, you should see in your email an invitation to join my group. And you accept. When you accept that group, then you have access. If I open that group, I should be able to see the members. Or rather, if we have, so you will have this group appearing on your libraries, okay? And now you can be able to add papers into this group. Yeah, I can pull a paper and put it there. Okay. And now when I add a paper, you'll be able to see it from your library. Any other member who has access to that group can be able to actually be able to see all the papers. So we are like creating a common database between all of us so that we can write together. Okay. So that when I do a review and I send it to you on, when we circulate a paper with those citations and we are all reviewing, then I can be able to add references, I can be able to delete references, we can be able to collaborate in referencing that document. Okay. That way you avoid saying, delete this, avoid where you keep highlighting to someone, this references is not good, or add these other reference, etc. Add these other reference, etc. You don't want, sometimes that just bogs one person. But when you have a common group that you are citing from, then your writing becomes easy. So I'll create the group, I invite people, I'll sync my database, and then it will sync like that even to my online database. And if I go to my online database, so probably I should be able to see that group as well. If I come to my library, and it has synced. If I come to my groups, you can see I have graduate training now online. Okay. So even you, if I sent you the invitation, you should still be able now to have this on your library among the groups. Sawa sawa.
Okay.
Excellent. And I want to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I've just barely scratched the surface. That is why this was an introduction. Now go and delve more, read more, practice more, use it more. If you are not using this, if you've never used a reference management system, this is a good place to start. If you're using EndNote or wherever else, it's okay, it's acceptable. But should you feel in the event that you need also a system where your students need a system, Mendeley is a good place to start. And with that, I think I want to stop there. And back to you, Patrick.
Professor, before you leave, I have just one simple question with regard to the cost.
Yes.
There are some reference management systems where they may give you a free version for a time, then afterwards they begin charging you. Like at one time I was using Zotero, then it reached a point where the so-called database was full and they wanted me to expand my space and they wanted money. So I have had to start paying regularly in order to maintain. So I don't know whether Mendeley has the same kind of arrangement. Thank you.
Mendeley is extremely free. I've used it since 2012. I've never paid a dime. I've never been asked. It's free. It's a free software. That's why I said you using Zotero, EndNote, and others. You don't even get a free trial with Mendeley. You get the full package the moment you register, and you continue using it. It's now 10 years plus for me. My database has never been full. I've used it, and all my students, they register and they access because I don't have to pay. That's the beauty with Mendeley. Yeah.
Thank you.
Professor Dominic, your hand is up.
Thank you, Dr. Kinyuru. What policy advice do you give to graduate schools in our universities? Because some university guidelines emphasize a certain style, And we are in an open world now. So in this good training, we need also to raise bullet points for policy briefs of graduate schools, university, Senate, maybe council, and later the Inter-University Council of East Africa. What would be your take on that?
Yeah, I think every institution globally has their preferred referencing system. Okay, and most of them go for the conventional style, the APAs, the Harvard, the whatever. Okay, and you can see with Mendeley, you can actually, it comes already within those common ones. However, you find like University of Cape Town has a Harvard system that they have modified a little bit, okay? And so their students have to use their modified Harvard, and it is there. You can actually add it onto your Mendeley, okay? So I think it's fine to have a common referencing system for a university. However, with Mendeley, it doesn't really matter. If today a university changes and says, we are not using APA anymore, we are using Harvard 2023, and this is how we have modified it. They just give it to you, you add it, and you can actually manually even modify APA using Mendeley, right? And that is what Harvard, University of Cape Town did. They modified the conventional Harvard a little bit, okay? And now they say this is what we need you to use. Then with your Mendeley, you know, with your practice, you learn how to actually edit a style, okay? So for me, I think I find it okay because it's good to have some consistency. Because like here in JKUAT, before your thesis is accepted, the library has to check that you have used APA 7th edition. If not, you have to go back. If you are using Mendeley, you just go and click a button and it just serves you. So maybe what the graduate school should insist is that they should actually start insisting on use of referencing management system for all whatever. And like we can see, this is free. This is free. We can train. ICAD can actually train your graduate school and students in your universities. This is one of the services we can freely give to your universities. So when you go back, talk to your graduate school, we can train them on Mendeley. And if they adopt it, fine. Because like someone said, the challenge with EndNote and Zotero and others is that you'll have to start paying at some point. But Mendeley is really free. Thanks, Prof. Twaha, Professor Twaha.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kinyuru. Good morning, Dr. Patrick Wahu. Yesterday we had a challenge. I was seeing pictures of people, things moving up and down, but I could not hear and I didn't learn anything. I complained. But today I've learned something. But the issue is not just learning. I would like to start by thanking you for really introducing us to this Mendeley referencing system. I've been stuck with EndNote and it was getting boring really. But with this exposure today, I find this a very user-friendly system. After all, it is free. And I can assure you, beginning tonight, I'm going to adopt Mendeley. But having said that, I think that in the research world, what we should be doing is to understand the basic principles of research. For example, where are we referencing? Referencing shows that someone has gone a step further and read about what they are trying to investigate. And so the evidence or proof of this is that you should include all the references you have read, you have quoted in the main text, and put them in the reference list, and vice versa, so that whatever is reference should have been included in the text. And that is the principle here. And things like Mendeley just simplify the work, as you have already said that by using a referencing system like Mendeley, you save 40% of the time. You are very right. I used to do these things manually, and it will take forever to organize the references, and sometimes you get disorganized and give up. But with such electronic systems, things can be faster. So I would like to end by thanking you so much for this effort. You are really a good teacher. If I was in your university, I would make you a professor immediately, just based on this lecture. I'm impressed here, and I've learned something, and I can assure you I'm a better person. You have added value to my research skills and supervision skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. I wish you are my VC. I would immediately come to your office with a letter asking you
maybe
to
one day I
promote
will be.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay. So Patrick, do we end here?
Okay. Yeah. If people are satisfied, I think we can end here. Yeah, because we actually have about 15 minutes more. We normally finish at 11:30. So, but it looks like people are satisfied. It's been a very practical and active session. And going by the reactions, especially that of Professor Twaha, I can see that people are going to start using this tool. This was the last session for Dr. Kinyuru, just announcing to the participants for this particular course. But I think from the way they've been responding, yeah, you're going to continue to interact, going forward. So I'm kind of like the cheerleader for this group. And on their behalf, I'm clapping for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now for participants, I just want to remind you that we have another session tomorrow morning, and it will start at 9 a.m. and will be delivered by Professor Josephine Ouma. I can see that the slides have become very popular and people have been asking for them on WhatsApp. So I just want to take this opportunity to assure you that the slides will be shared with you in a short while. So thank you very much for today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
There's a hand by Karen. I don't know, maybe before you go, I think there's a hand, or is it an old hand?
No, it's a new hand, and I just want to request, you said we sit back for that addition, the more, yeah?
Ah, okay.
I hope you haven't forgotten that.
Oh, fine. Yeah, those who may want to exit once Patrick finishes, I can hold on. What I'm actually doing right now, I'm uninstalling my old Mendeley, and I want to install the new version and see how it looks on me, so that we can see how to help you. But it's fine. I think we can end the meeting for those who want to exit, Patrick. For those who want to remain for a few minutes, then we see if I get the new version of Mendeley and we see those challenges can be addressed.
Okay.
Dr. John.
Yes.
Let's compare the Mendel old and new versions with the auto summarize of 2327 and current Microsoft. You find the moment you upgrade, some tools will not feature.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
That's why personally I still use 2003 auto summarize Microsoft. But let's see, I'm also your student right now. I'm there.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it downloads and how it looks like on me. Yeah, but if there are any other questions or reactions, we can be having them as my system downloads.
Okay, as you encourage more questions, I think I've used LaTeX and I've just Googled quickly and I saw that Mendeley is also compatible with LaTeX. Do you have that experience?
I've not used LaTeX. I've not used that, so I wouldn't tell, but it should be. I think Mendeley is quite compatible with a number. I know you can export or import from several systems, even EndNote and others. So you may want to try it practically and see.
Yeah, I've seen it's compatible.
Good. That's really good, which means you don't have to lose anything.
Exactly.
If you're using the other one. So you just transfer your stuff. Okay. I should be sharing what I'm doing. Sorry. I've downloaded the new version. Once I downloaded, it gave what Nathaniel was showing us. And now I'm just logging in. I've just now put my credentials. I'm logging in. So it's loading my library. There is the library now. Okay. So you can see even the new version. You can see it looks very different from my older version, right? But you can still see it really has my everything. You want to add from your computer, from your manual, from library. And this is where we say probably several libraries. You can see it has all my folders. These are, you see, you can even group your work based on the research. All the things you put here. I'm a food science and I'm a food and nutrition scientist. So the things I've put here, the things, the areas that researches I'm working on at different times. And you can even see, even with the new version, I have my graduate training here. I uploaded it. And you can even delete if you want. You can delete the group if you like. Yeah. But this is the one that I invited Sam to join. And you can create new group. It's down here. A new collection. You want to do a new collection. Yeah. It's like creating a new collection. You can just add here. Graduate. So it's basically the same thing, really. Nothing different. But I think what became an issue was when it came to tools. Then install Mendeley importer. I think that one we did. Then install site for Microsoft Word. Okay. So I get it now. Okay. Okay. I need to sign up. Let me see if I can remember my should be. I hope. Oh, yeah. That's my Microsoft account. Normally, if you've not linked, you just use your normal email. It should be fine. And I get it now. Taking you to Microsoft, blah, blah, to complete this process. I hope it doesn't give me trouble. Then get started with the add-in. So open in Word. Open some files. Okay. Do you want to open this file? I'll just say yes. So I hope it opens the Word document. Okay, just open a new one. If I go back to my references, I should be able to see. Okay. Yeah, this I think I get you. Is it Karen? It's really not adding. It's really not adding that. So what you have is what you are seeing. Eh? What I can see is what you are seeing.
Yes, the drop down does not give you the add.
And this is because it has not actually added Mendeley here. You can see there is no Mendeley.
Mine has. Yours, I think, has not added, but mine has.
Oh, yours has. Okay.
Yeah.
So why did it not add? Opening up. Let me try one more time. If I see it open. We try it once more. Okay, so why? Mine is still not adding. Let's give it one more time and then see. Are you able to share your screen? Can we use your screen, Karen?
Let me see.
Yes, let me stop sharing my screen. Then we see how your screen looks like, because I think it needs to take some time to put the add-on on my end.
You see mine?
Yep, I can see it. So where Mendeley site, okay. Can you make it start all? Are you using a computer or?
I'm on my laptop.
Oh, which office is this? Mendeley site?
I'm not too sure. I'm not very good at remembering those things.
Okay, can you cite? Can you add a citation?
Like I have here. This
You have.
Yes,
can you
I've
highlight
added.
and see if you can edit?
I don't even have that editing.
Yeah. Okay. Just can you create a bibliography? Create a reference list down there. Let's see if it works.
Insert bibliography?
Let's see. No, it's not working.
So it's not working, but we put in this. In fact,
yeah.
I did.
No, it's not working. Why don't you guys allow me to look at it? Then I will quickly give you an update on WhatsApp for what is going on. Because it seems it's not putting everything. It's not putting everything that you need to put. Yeah. So members, please, that's a challenge to all of us. Let's try it. Let's see whether it works on your end. If it works, please let us know on WhatsApp. We also try on this end, see if it actually works. I'm not sure whether it's an issue of Office or what, but yours looks like one of the latest Office. It's probably 2016. Because really it's not, there are things it's not adding onto that add-on. Okay?
Okay.
Good. I think we stop here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, something came up. Let me see. Trust this add-in. Okay. Yeah, there's a loading problem from the catalog. It's telling me we can't load this add-in because we could not connect to the catalog. So I think there's, let me check. Probably is my Microsoft registration which has a problem. But once I resolve, I'll quickly give you guys a heads up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I think we stop here.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Ending the session now.
Thank you very much.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, bye.